Who are you? What's your role? And where do you work?
My name is Phil Trikovic. I'm the SVP of Tintri. I work at Tintri, and I run the company.
What do you want to share with us today?
Today we've got 3, possibly 4 really big announcements that we're very excited about that we're announcing here today at KubeCon.
And what are they?
First one would be our native CSI drivers. So this is our entry into CNCF community. We've spent 3 years watching the evolution of this and what issues need to be addressed, and taking our time and feel that we really delivered an outstanding, intelligent CSI driver. So if you're familiar with Tintri and what we do, our secret sauce is that we are data aware at a very low level. So we've integrated those data aware features with what we do autonomously with our AI engine, integrated with the CSI driver that we're releasing today at this show. Second one is a very robust but way behind the scenes ransomware recovery offering that has been used, in our opinion, far too often this year to recover from things like CrowdStrike, and it's instantaneous recovery. It's a metadata image that we build on the back end that's integrated with our GlassDP suite, which is the third announcement, part of our security enhancements within our security suite that allows our customers to go and either identify a CISO or somebody who's responsible for instant recovery in the event of. Reason this has been announced is we've noticed in our space in particular, we've had too many of these in the last year, and some very large customers who have different methodologies and old three-tier architectures that they're unable to recover in many cases from these types of ransomware attacks. So 100% recovery up to the millisecond before the attack happened. With that is also behavioral detection. All of this is autonomous based on our TXOS AI engine. So that is the big announcement for the show.
In the Kubernetes world, what problems is Tintri solving?
Ease of use, ease of deployment, and scale. There is still, to this day, we still feel it's developing and has not hit its stride, but it's going to. To us, this is the future. We are full in on K8s in this architecture and taking it down a level below the abstraction layer to do some really cool things with the I/O paths on the backside of the arrays and the storage devices. So a lot of cool stuff happening there, and we're going full blast on it.
I know you mentioned in the beginning, that this is 3 years of development. Can you give me some of the context of before this announcement as well as after?
So before this, we were, and we still are, we don't feel that VMs are going anywhere. They have a very large place in our app stack. That's not going to change, or it's going to change very slowly over 10, 15, 20 years. So we've been monitoring that and watching progress. What we're seeing in particularly with progressive web apps, where this gets into where we're looking at server on chips within our appliance device to eliminate the middle tier of servers. So that's what we're looking at as an after. Before that, which is basically to this day, we've primarily serviced virtual environments, VMware, Hyper-V, Proxmox, Nutanix, etc. And we're seeing migration from the applications because of the economics and the performance capabilities, as well as the intelligence that you can build into those stacks if you can shrink that middle layer. So that's what we see is going to be the after picture. Very distributable. There's a big push to edge devices, very much building intelligence into these edge devices, which includes camera vision things, GPU, DPU acceleration things at the edge for very specific function on chip tasks, which will be the next vision down maybe 2-3 years down the road. So that's the after.
Taking that a little bit further, you mentioned your AI engine. In previous KubeCons, particularly in the last one, we heard a lot of AI hype. In this one, it seems like we're seeing AI actually getting more concrete use cases seen on the ground. Sounds like you've got some experience with that. Tell me more about your experience building the bridges between AI and the Kubernetes ecosystems.
So experience and market view-wise, Tintri has been an AI solution. So talking about the hype, absolutely, as a hype cycle, but now we're seeing foundationally and formationally these applications come up and deliver value. What problem is it solving, right? Now this is the first time I've been to 3 of these, and I think this is the first time that you can actually point to a huge set of problems that this solves for businesses that include monetary incentives to go this direction. What we've seen since 2012, about 2015, 2017, we started to see need for intelligent applications, particularly in VDI workloads. If you look back, I think it was 2016 or 17, we did a AI VDI project with Bank of New York. So it's not a new development to us. The implementation and the messaging around how to do it is what's still gelling. It's still a confusing market, and it's confusing to people who are working with still standard legacy applications. So we want to clear that up, bring some ease of use into the push button of the deployment of it so that these developers can focus on making the apps better.
Is Tintri technology open source and part of the CNCF landscape?
It was not open source. We are starting to open source some of these components with CNCF Foundation. We just joined formally this year. We're moving in that direction because most of these upfront applications should be open source. So.
What's Tintri's business model?
Very simple. We're 100% channel company. We have a direct sales model, but via the channel. I think we've got about 32 field reps, inside model, so pretty good presence on the sales front. Large technical consulting staff, but all done through channel partners, VARs, and OEM integrators.
And who are your main competitors?
Okay, cocky answer. I don't have any competitors. If you give Tintri an honest look, there aren't competitors. Competitors probably ignorance or we're used to doing things this way is what has been our biggest challenge. Closed minds.
Above all, what do you think helps Tintri stand out in this ecosystem that's quite competitive? There are a lot of different players. What's your special sauce?
Special sauce is that we have been data aware since day one, but really data aware and actionable autonomously. So we've got automatic QoS. We monitor over time what kind of IO patterns you're getting, what kind of requests you're getting from hosts, etc. Gather that metadata, and then we analyze it and action on it in real time. So it's policy-based or AI-based auto-tuning of the workload. It's been there since day one, and we're expanding that into Kubernetes, and particularly the progressive web app space is where we see there's going to be a big performance problem for end users.
And what should we expect next from Tintri?
All right, prediction is going to be we're looking on a disaggregated system specifically for Kubernetes. We've got a software-only version called TCE that can go on any x86 type architecture. We're moving into that space to disaggregate these components as well as function on chip. A lot of back-end functions that could reside on silicon to streamline the software stack. Below the how, not above.